All right, everybody. So I'm here with Brendan from the Falcon. How's it going, Brendan?
Hey, I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So it's been 10 years since the last Falcon album came out, and then this March we got a brand new album, Gather Up Chaps. In the meantime, you've all been quite busy, whether that be the Lawrence Arms, Alkaline Trio, or the Loved Ones. You all have a vast wealth of musical talent. Um, but why a new Falcon album this year?
Well, so when we did the Red Scare 10-year anniversary show, because the Falcon formed, and that was the impetus for Toby and I to start Red Scare, Red Scare Industries, which is the label that puts out our records.
Yep.
So the Falcon kind of gave birth. The idea of the Falcon gave birth to the idea of Red Scare. The 10-year anniversary show, Toby's like, dude, you gotta have the Falcon. That's like the show. They're the band for the label, and said, well, we don't really have a guitar player. And so then I tweeted something really stupid like, anybody want to play guitar on the Falcon? You already got to be famous. Something really obnoxious and dumb. I didn't really expect anybody to get back at me. Then Dave hit me up right away via text, and he was like, dude, you really need someone in the Falcon? I was like, oh, yeah, if it's you, for sure I do. So we played that show, and when we got on the stage to play the show, we had never played together as a band.
Yeah.
We'd been able to rehearse like piecemeal, like three of us would rehearse, and then a different three of us would rehearse, and everybody. And so we had no idea how it was going to go. And when we got off the stage, we were like, well, that was awesome. I guess we're like a real band. I guess we should start making a record, huh? And so we started making a record. It was never an issue of like, timing as much as it was just really organic. It was just a fun thing, and it kind of naturally, the show was really inspirational. With, Dave and the band, it made me really excited to write songs. I think we all were just excited at the prospect of having this kind of like weird new band that's been around for 10 years. I don't know,
And, with Dave being in the band now, does that bring, a whole new element of fun? Because I know for some people who have been in this industry as long as all of you in the band have, maybe it's not as much fun as it used to be, playing all those years back in the garage.
There's kind of like a new girlfriend feeling in the Falcon,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's a really fun band to be in, and definitely I think for all of us, the big thing is we're very used to the things that we've done, and the fact that things are different in the Falcon is just so fascinating. It's kind of like when Millhouse and Bart cross into Shelbyville, and they're like, look at the fire hydrants, they're painted brown, stuff like that. Just like the little idiosyncratic day-to-day differences of being in a band. It's just like, it's like mind-boggling, It's pretty fun to explore all that.
Yeah, and it seems like what a lot of this tour is just revolves around having fun. So you're bringing Kinane on this tour.
That is correct.
A comedian opening up for a punk show.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, really. Well, with that being said, what made you think of doing that for this upcoming tour?
Well, so Kyle's an old buddy of mine, and he grew up in the same Chicago punk scene that I was a part of when I was a young kid, we were both kind of kicking around the same shows the same years, even though we didn't really know each other back then. We got to know each other later. His sensibility and general his comedy is pretty rock and roll. He shares a very similar aesthetic, I think, to sort of the things that I do in music. I mean, and he's always wanted to kind of do a rock and roll tour. And when we started touring with Falcon, we decided that I remember Dave said something to the effect of man, we shouldn't even have bands. We should just have magicians and acrobats, jugglers and stuff, open for us. And I was like, that's cool. He's like, yeah, it's just a weird band, there's no rules. We can do whatever we want. And so when the idea to have Kyle perhaps do this with us, we were like, oh my God, that's exactly what we've been talking about. So let's do that for sure.
And how do you think this run of shows is going to go? Any thoughts about it, or any worries with it? the whole stand-up aspect?
No, not really. Because first of all, Kyle's great, and he's like such a consummate professional, and he can just like totally kick ass when he needs to, and
Yep.
I'm not worried about that part at all. And I think that a lot of people are, whether they're fans of Kyle's or fans of ours, I think a lot of people are tuning in for the spectacle. They're like, who's this band that Kyle would go on tour with? Or who's this stand-up comedian that the Falcon would take on tour?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I feel like there is going to be like a good, sure, I guess there could be a night where, Kyle performs and then we get up there and we start it and everybody's like, oh, but this band is bad, and then they leave. I guess that could happen. But I don't think I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll be cool. And it's just kind of uncharted territory. I guess Nirvana had Bobcat Goldthwait open for them one time. I heard that went terribly. So I'm pretending that didn't happen at all.
And you're playing in Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, and Hamilton. Any crazy stories about this part of, Canada?
I always have a really terrific time in Canada, and I go up to I do Pooza Fest most years.
Yep.
And I always love it there, and I love Toronto. Toronto and Chicago actually are really similar cities to me. They feel a lot the same. And I've got some good buddies that I really like a lot. Some of your just Toronto natives, like the Flatliners guys.
Yeah, of course.
Melanie Kay, obviously.
Yep.
Wade McNeil. Dudes like that. I just see at festivals and on tour, and I've just become good like road buddies over the years. So I'm just I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Canada's always super nice.
We are known for that.
Yeah, and it's really true. It's like I don't know. It's like Chicago's known for being windy, but somebody comes here on a day when it's not windy, and they're like, "Where's all this wind up in here?" I've never gone to Canada and just been surrounded by jerks.
Yeah.
It actually seems to be true. So that's pretty nice.
Well, looking forward to the tour. Hopefully you get some of that nice Canadian warmth when you come down.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I always do these 2 shows in February. I play in Calgary and Edmonton, and people are like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard."
Yeah.
It is, but you know what happens when you play in Edmonton in February? Everybody comes because they have nothing else to do.
Oh, exactly.
So, as long as you can, man, I'm from Chicago. I know what it's like to be cold.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you, Brendan.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.